Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and today I'm going to take a deep dive into three people since Ghislaine Maxwell's trial has, I guess it's done, and I think she's been sentenced. Well, no, she has her plea deal to go through, probably, it's what I'm guessing, which is what got me to think about, how will this play out with Prince Andrew and Les Wexner and who's the other Dershowitz, Alan Dershowitz. So I'm not going to spend too much time on each one of them, probably more on Prince Andrew, maybe. I'm not sure. We'll see what comes through. You know, sometimes it is, you just open a can of worms. But I do want to cover all three of them in this video. So anyway, let me get the camera dropped down and get started. Hold on. Okay, so I'm using Ciro Marchetti's Kipper. And first, Prince Andrew. What is his future? Now that Ghislaine Maxwell might be entering a plea deal, what is his future? Of course, he's fighting, Virginia Giuffre in court. And one of the judges, the New York judge, rejected his claim that that she couldn't sue him because she didn't live in USA. So that's done. That part's done. And he's selling his $32 million Swiss chalet to try and pay for something. And the Queen has said that she won't fund him again because, of course, there was, payouts before. But anyway, part of this there could be a problem because I guess she settled Giuffre, Virginia Roberts Giuffre, she settled back in 2009 for, one report I read said $500,000, 500,000. The other one said 600 and something thousand, where I guess she agreed to not sue Epstein's, him, his heirs, if he had any kids, poor kids, but he didn't, at least so we know of. Attorneys, employees, anybody else that administrated anything, or any other person who could be, seen as a defendant, could be sued as a defendant. So that's, he could be protected under that last little, like any other person, clause. So let's see. Anyway, let's look at his, and I forgot to tell you guys, before I even decided to do this reading, I sat in meditation, and then I even used cards afterwards to confirm, now, for entertainment only, but to confirmed that Prince Andrew was guilty of sexual assault on any younger girl, young woman under 18 was the way I phrased it. And I did get that he was guilty. I did get that Dershowitz is guilty, and I did get that Les Wexner is. And that's the reason I'm reading on these three. Otherwise, I wouldn't be. I do that all the time, and I just forget to tell you guys that I check first to see if there's even guilt. Or I do it with you in the reading. But so anyway, I have confirmed by my own, intuition that they are. For entertainment only. Okay, so this is like dark territory. Prince Andrew, what is your future? Dude is no prince, but the dude with the title of the prince, what is your future? Okay. Whoa. There's a lot of change going on. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, you can see what we have here, can't you? Sorry about all the glare. I have so many lights on above me. It's just that time of year where I don't have as much light. Okay, so chopstick. All right, so here's the theme. I don't really know if he'll end up going to jail or going to prison. That's the thing. I hope so. My own personal bias, I hope so. If this is not imprisonment, this is at least something he can't get out of. Something that is a huge restriction. It's his own self-created prison, of course. He's probably feeling really alone about it, self-conscious about it. And it's also a card of secrets. And it's also a card of things that were hidden in the past and very forbidden in the past, right? So this is definitely the theme. I'm going to call this main female here as any woman that he perpetrated. I'm not going to see this as his, I have no idea if he has a mean squeeze, and I don't care. I'm just getting that this is any person. As far as his claim about it being in another country, that's not going to hold up. That's not going to work. Let's see, hold on. It could be also some painful endings. He's on this journey of his soul that's taking him a long, long ways away from where he wants to be. But this here, these two together could show that he made a lot of trips away from his homeland, and this painful reality that is a painful ending that's going to be revealed. Because look here, man, we have, you can see with this card, it's not just documents, text messages, or emails. It's also any types of communications. And I don't know if there's anything on video, but there's changes coming for him. Something's coming out about that because these two cards are mirroring each other. So having both of the, journey and movement cards, and then plus the, overseas. I mean, yeah, he's got this longing for change, that's for darn sure. But there's something that's going to come out about trips that he made to Epstein's Island or Epstein's other properties, and things that happened. And this is the worst card in the deck to get. It's I call it being tortured with worry. And it's also a card of violence. I get it often, in Trump readings with the January 6th insurrection. This card comes through a lot. In the Kippur, it's one of the violence, I think probably the only violence card. It has a person just going through, it's like the Nine of Swords in the tarot, where there's a lot of sleepless nights and nightmares and insomnia, major serious problems, major self-destruction, demands on him to keep his butt out of prison. So that's interesting. And then here he is, this negative card takes away all the good fortune, and the change above it takes away any good fortune that he had in the past. I mean, of course, we're probably not going to see him in poverty, but he may be locked up for some time. That would be nice to see, because this card here, knights to these two cards. and these two cards are mirroring each other. So these bookends here tell me that he's not going to get out from under the deception that he's been trying to, pull off. His trying to just get out from under the matter, there's going to be a painful ending around that. He's not going to be able to do that. Let's see. And then this main female, which is all the, any woman that could be suing him. And I think there are others that will come out, because I just have that feeling that it's not just Virginia Giuffre. Because it knights up here to this, long journey that he's going to be going on, that will be a very painful ending for him. And it has been a painful ending for many women, I think, many younger women that, oh yeah, of course, that's right. This card here would also be that photograph of him with Virginia Giuffre when she was younger. So yeah, so there's that creates a painful ending, but also the grief and the loss. I mean, this card is all about having to grieve something and then let go. But when it comes to him, so this would be because the girls, the girls that had to grieve their loss, right? Their childhood, their early womanhood. Ugh. Anyway, so there's that, but then also there could be some problems with him about money. I wonder about like money transfers from overseas, like wire transfers. I wonder if there's some proof, because this proof card here hanging over, this foreign land card, right? This is all about foreign lands. It could also be that there's, this is the card of alcoholism, so that could be what's going on in his life as well. There's that possibility. If it's not alcoholism, it's just excess drinking, excess alcohol. But mirroring this great fortune card, I mean, I feel like any good fortune is canceled out because of these other cards. When the good fortune card touches imprisonment or despair or any other negative card, these are neutral, but any other negative card, it totally cancels it out. So it has me a little curious about, I really just feel like it's the end of his happiness, if he had any. I mean, how could he? There's a possibility of something coming through based on what he's done in the past. That's how I'm gonna. It's like, to me, this card is feeling like, as you reap, or as you sow, you shall reap. That kind of, just the image here has me feeling that. And there is something from foreign lands. So for all we know, there's something to do with sex trafficking from eons with this, family, with the whole, yeah. Just because of these two cards here and the female card in the middle. But, I don't want to get a bunch of flack from that, like I have before, because I've read on the Queen, and there's on that video that I did on the Queen, which a lot of people won't like. There's I linked an article that it's a really long article if you want to read it, but this family that discovered all the money laundering that happens on the island of Jersey. I think that's where it was. Yeah, island of Jersey. And that's under the British Empire's domain. they can do something about that if they want. But just like the USA could do something about all the money laundering that goes through our real estate processes, because we need laws to protect against that. Well, thank you, Sheldon Whitehouse, for getting that going. Okay, so let me make sure I shuffle these really well. And then, so next I'm going to tune into, let's do Dershowitz's. Oops, Dershowitz's. Let's look at Alan Dershowitz's future. So remember, he was Epstein's lawyer, and he's the one that helped get him free. And he's the one that worked with, what was that little creep guy, that Alex Acosta that was in the Trump administration. But anyway, he's also Mr. Little Dershowitz, who, well, he's a creepy guy, man. He's also helping out the pillow dude. What's his name? Mike Lindell. This guy's just, man. Oh, okay. Let's look at Alan Dershowitz's future, legal and otherwise. Oh, God, this guy, I swear. All right. Sorry if you can hear my tummy growling. Again with the women. All right. I don't think anybody's married to that creepy guy, but maybe. I could be wrong. If so, this would be his wife. Or girlfriend. I don't know. I can't imagine. But women do things for money. Okay, so his health isn't good. There's some changes coming through about that that affect not only him, but anybody close to him. Oh, I'm sorry, he's right here. So maybe he is married, and this would be something that affects him and his wife. If it's not his wife, then it would be. Usually, the rules are in Kipper, this is only the man you're reading on. This would only be the woman you're reading on, and then the other counterpart would be their partner. But in same-sex, relationships, you can intersperse too. So there's that. But unless you get guidance that they represent somebody else, it can be like the masculine and the feminine forces in readings if you assign it. It all depends on if you assign it ahead of time usually. But in this situation, this has to be him. Can't be anyone else, and he's looking at going before a court, a judge. It's not showing that there's any court, documents coming out about it yet, but he's going to be having to, what he's looking at here is being investigated. This is the investigation card, one of the investigation cards, one of the two. And there's a demand. With this card, there's a demand. But it's not behind his back, like he knows it's coming. There's no surprise. These two cards mirroring each other brings in that element of his reputation. This is a card of your honor and reputation. The way he'll be seen in public, is that he's going to have to, answer for something. And it's not, you know what? It's not only him, it's somebody else in his inner circle. And if he's married, there's something there. If he's not married, this could be someone that's in his, if he has a girlfriend. But that's like, ugh, I can't even imagine. But we do have the marriage card here, but this would be anybody who he's in bed with and creates this, well, there's some change. So, because remember, this is all about his future, not his past. Let's see. He's hanging over, the rules and regulations. So he definitely knows how to get out of things. And he knows how to overpower the feminine and women and whoever this woman is. If it was a good relationship, the cards would be like this, where they face each other. Or if the cards were over here, you would look at like what's in between the two. Well, she's below him, whoever this is, and he has control over her. And she's, they're looking in different directions even. So I kind of feel like, well, it depends. I should have looked up I don't know anything about the dude, actually. Except for, remembering what he had done in the past with Epstein, getting him off of the, getting him out from under all his legal issues. It was Dershowitz and a bunch of other people in power in Palm Beach and Florida. Palm Beach, Florida, that's the reason that Jeffrey Epstein was allowed to get away with things for so long, and you could only imagine why that would be, right? Okay, so, but there's change coming, but the guy has some control, dang it. He has some control. And he's in partnership with somebody. This thought card is really just about him, could have to do with him even creating a solution. It could have him like concentrating on relationships that have to do with his reputation in the past. I don't know. I think I need to draw more cards. The only thing I am seeing for sure is, well, see, that's the trouble. Sometimes this card is about health issues. He is elderly, but he's not, like overweight or anything. He just looks like he's 155 years old or something. He looks like a lizard. He's disgusting as all get out just to look at. But this card can sometimes just be about people who have a quick lie down, if you know what I mean. It can also just be a card about a down patch, like a down patch, just kind of being down in your life. But the cards that are touching it have to do with his reputation and having to speak to somebody about what he's done in the past, being investigated. So he's looking at being investigated. He's down about it. It could be affecting his health. Or this could be saying that he's being investigated for anybody he was in bed with. And that's especially true because it's touching the marriage card, which is really just in partnership. So this is deeper. And then these rules and regulations here, what I started to say, I'm sorry, is that this is deeper than just him. There are other people involved. And they are a part of his immediate, life. On another level, this could be something happening pretty soon in the future. Because the timing with this card goes from 24 hours to 1 month. So, that's interesting. So it could be things that come out. I mean, you see, that's the thing is, if things come out about one person, it could reveal what other people were involved. So this card, so the official person knights to his, so his reputation and honor will be under the obligation of some rules and regulations. But this is a political card too. So this is him in bed with politicians who he's had some control over, and I think has created, his safety in the past. But there's some change coming in about that. But on another level, this card's all about people that come and go. And because it's underneath this having a lie down, I'm wondering if he knows more about anybody who came and went into Epstein's homes and had their lie downs with the girls, with the women. I'm just going to draw some more cards because I don't have enough clarity here. And it might be that way. Sometimes when you don't get clear, it's because, they might not have enough on him. But there's definitely an investigation into him. If not already underway, then it'll be in the future, maybe even in the next month or within a month. Okay, so more about his future. Actually, let's do it this way. Yeah, there's the younger. That brings in, the innocence of the younger women. Oh, videos, photographs, documents, text messages, emails, any correspondence. And these would be younger, wealthy men, somebody under 50, under 45 to 50. Yeah, and there's the wealth. Was he paid somehow? Now there's the other investigation card there. I think he's going to have a subpoena come down on him, and might be that he's involved with, again, some money flow. Yeah, eventually I think he'll end up in court. Yeah, and then again with this whole, money laundering. I feel like there's the whole, he's part of that whole thing. You know what? That could be the best thing that could come out about all of these dirt bags is that, busting open. I mean, thank goodness we not only have the Panama Papers and the Paradise Papers, but now we have the Pandora Papers. And it's breaking open all of this, money laundering from the past. So he's involved in that. And I hope, I hope that it all comes out on these guys. Okay, so last one we have is the creepy CEO of, well, he doesn't look as creepy to look at him, but just what creeps me out about him is, Mr. CEO of Victoria's Secret, Les Wexner. And this guy, he has what's her name? Farmer's her last name. I can't remember her first name. She's suing him for something that happened a long, long time ago, where she was on a property that he and his wife owned, and she was commissioned to do some artwork or something, and for some movies, this guy Les Wexner was in charge of guarding the property. But she was stuck there. She was assaulted by Epstein on that property. The only thing is she's not, she wasn't younger. She was like she was 20, 25 or 20, somewhere in there. And, but she was held against her will on his property until her father could come and get her out. So he's just a creepy guy. Well, he's creepy anyway. I mean, my gosh. Anyway. Okay, so here we go. Les Wexner's future. Okay. Well. Jeez. That would have to be his wife. This could be young girls. Okay. I might draw more cards, so I'll just leave them up there. So here are the cards confirming that his property, his immediate, surroundings, his family room, his wife knows about everything. That's how these creepy people, man. Wow. So they're just in it for the money. What's coming down the line for him is probably a subpoena, an investigation. And it, I think, would have to do with more than just any property in the United States. Girls from all over the world to have a lie down so someone can steal their... Oh, I don't want to say it out loud. In his future, I hope also that this is his bad health. I hope that that's what that's about. He loses his health. And his wife. I hope she loses her health. I mean, how healthy could these people be, right? Change. I know I'm not supposed to wish anything bad on anyone, but it's like, when people are that dark, that they go after young boys or girls. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's like predators. These predators. And who are part of money laundering. Like, I mean, it's here we go again. And then here he has made his money. Well, this is showing maybe he'll take off to another country and just try to keep working, doing something else. I don't know. Then again, do they still have they probably have a lot of Victoria's Secrets all over the world, right? Or there's that stupid, what is it, Pink or whatever. There's all these stores. And the guy he invented the Bath and Body Works. So if you like that store, you might want to stay away from it. Not the Body Shop. That was invented by a dear friend of mine's mother who I think she recently crossed over. But anyway, that Bath and Body Works, that one is those creepy dudes. Les Wexner's. So, and probably there's some other ones, but anyway, yeah, all over the world. His wife is definitely in bed with him on that, in total agreement on that. And there are probably other partnerships all over the world. But in the future, it looks like he could get subpoenaed, and then he wants to just get out of Dodge. It's interesting. The family room, nights too. Yeah, so it's him and his wife just wanting to make the change and get out of Dodge. That's the way I'm seeing that. Okay, let's see what else. I need another layer here for these guys. For both of them now, because she popped in. Because I know for sure he's married. Okay, this one. Gifts. Because that one fell out. Rules and regulations. Okay. Rules and regulations. I mean, I don't know. I wonder, like, could there be like a class action lawsuit with that community card there? Oh, sweatshop kind of stuff. Well, it's not the other card. It's not the toil and labor card, but these two have to do with like a large community of people, or a lot of people who like can't even make ends meet. There's some rules, so maybe that's why he wants to take off. Yeah, and then just more money. Let's go ahead and do another layer. I'm not seeing anything for this guy, like, you know, jail or anything like that, or even I don't know, court. So that's the problem, is they have enough money to just get out of Dodge. Yeah, he's not. This guy's not going to be happy, that's for sure. Now this could be one of the some younger woman who comes after him. And there he shows up, sneaking up behind her. Ugh. I don't know, but this guy, I don't think that anything's going to happen to him. I just think that he's the best we might see, you know, based on my like just wanting justice and revenge, is that this is just me and my humanity, right? That he might have health problems, he and his wife, and they, you know, they'll be able to get out to another country, but he's not in the future coming down the line. Somebody's going to cause him some major problems. Yeah, I don't know. If something else comes out on the news about him, then I'll read again. But right now, I'm not getting anything much other than his health. So, okay, I'm done. Thanks, you guys. Take good care. Bye.